thank you for coming to the Platinum Tactic. This episode is sponsored to you by Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix. Glorious 1080p, 60 FPS. We're really not sponsored. If you thought we were sponsored, you're an idiot. How you doing, Demetri?
I'm amused, and I'm A-okay at the moment. I just realized I need to do more grinding because I just got bodied by the boss like, what was it, 4 or 5 times in a row?
Your day was way more than that.
I mean, I wasn't really paying attention, so that just basically means that it happened so many times that we lost count and decided to give up on counting, as well as give up on the boss entirely for now. So, yeah, we'll be at this for a while.
Yeah, so basically we're just gonna grind until he gets some more levels and he gets more defense for some more survivability. Or can do more damage.
You piece of shit!
Just do me a favor and go into that hotel.
Yeah, you wanted me to try grinding in the hotel.
Yeah.
Change the scenery, at least. Come here! This hallway is bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah. I mean, it's much easier, you know? Like, even though he came directly at you, he didn't hit you.
Does that stuff still stay there? It better still be there. Damn it. Okay. Ow.
Just keep attacking, you'll be fine.
You're alive! Oh god, see, I'm about to get hit in the back. There's gonna be a couple people that are like, no, you're just bad at the game. Well, yes. Well, you know what? Yes.
What's your name? Shiro Psycho? More like Shiro Idiot.
Green room? Is there some pot in there or something?
No, it's where Aerith was, I believe.
Did I say you can flash at me? See, that another example. I parried without attacking.
Did you turn off stun impact?
No. Bitch!
Damn, okay.
And this is why I can't stay in closed areas.
Right,
oh, they
well
spawned me in here.
Do whatever you want.
No, I will clear out this hotel. I'm gonna make it safe for these people to come here again.
Okay.
I will be the protector of all the land. Because I want to be the very best that no one has ever was.
To catch them is my true test. To train them is my cause.
Midsummer Dawn.
Yes, that's the painting.
Pokemon! Gotta catch them all! I don't know the rest of the song. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon!
Gotta catch them all, Pokemon.
That's about as good as I'm getting.
Are you sure you didn't turn off stun impact?
You missed the... I literally did it no more than like a second ago.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Sorry.
It is fine. Because I can't...
He's so angry.
They wouldn't stop hitting me. I was getting annoyed. Yay, yummy stuff. The green stuff. I'll double check just to make sure, but I know for a fact I just did it.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, alright.
Kinda tired.
So am I. I didn't sleep well last night.
Why not?
Night terrors. Let's not get into that.
For real?
Yes. Again, let's not get into that.
I'm sure all 2 people want to hear about it.
Well... Well, it was hard to get to sleep as a whole. But, like, basically, because I kept waking up, and I don't really know if this was just my mind playing tricks on me or whatnot, but because of how my pillow design looked, in the dark, it looked more like, you know, blood dripping from the pillow, and it was scaring the shit out of me. This is no bullshit either. Like it's my sheets are, the best way to describe it, are like peach-colored hexagons, which sounds terrible because honestly I don't like these sheets. But they're basically peach-colored hexagons. But it was dark, and I couldn't get to sleep. I kept waking up, and while I kept waking up, I kept seeing, like, it just looked like blood on the fucking pillow. It was freaking me out.
Okay, that's not a night terror.
So what do we call that then?
That's called light sleeping.
Light sleeping.
No, because that's like a state where you're conscious enough to understand that things aren't as they should be.
Okay, that makes sense.
And you can remember it, and that, I mean, I call that light sleeping because that's when your mind tries to make things as close to reality as possible, but weird shit's still going on.
Yeah, it makes sense.
For example, I sometimes have dreams when I'm in light sleep, which honestly is just REM sleep, where I wake up, but I didn't really wake up, and then weird shit starts going on, and then I'm like, this is a dream, and I wake up again. But I'm really awake this time.
Okay, it makes sense. Why am I locked onto the fucking bell?
Because it's important later on.
But it's not important now, so don't have me lock onto it. It's a minor complaint, but it's a pet peeve of mine.
It's a 2000 what? One game? 2003? 2000 something? We discovered this last time.
That's why I said it's a minor complaint, but it's just a pet peeve of mine.
I love this game so much.
I mean, I'm having fun with it, don't get me wrong. I like hitting things.
Why can't they make games like this anymore?
Because we love Call of Duty too much, apparently.
I hate Call of Duty. That's not fair. I hate what Call of Duty is.
I hate what it's made the gaming industry.
Yeah.
I would not hate it as much if it was not for the...
What are you doing?
May as well oh yeah, I'm dying, aren't I? I should probably get out of here. I'm gonna go back to the save point, refill my health, and then go back out there.
Yep.
Anyway, I would not hate it as much. In fact, truth be told, I play with friends of mine, and we do have a good time. It's just, if it didn't bastardize what the, gaming community has become, I would probably have a little bit more respect for it. Do I really need to... I'm gonna save anyway.
Like, basically, what I'm trying to say is, I don't hate Call of Duty, because what they are, they're good at. Basically, they're good shooters. They play well, but it's the same shit every
in every game.
In every game.
It's just dull.
And people
very
continuously buy into it, and that makes game developers think that it's okay to rehash the same shit year by year. And guess what? That's how we got Assassin's Creed, where the first 3 games, 1, 2, and Brotherhood, were great, and then after that, it was no innovation, or if there was innovation, they didn't put enough time into it, and then there were bugs out the hellhole.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Kingdom Hearts 2 is dramatically different from Kingdom Hearts 1, virtually no bugs, and is just fantastic. Plays great, has a completely different story. Oh yeah, there's a story, which Black Ops doesn't have.
You wanna know a good modern example of this?
What?
Strafe, that game I've been playing as of lately, that I was super fucking excited about. It was supposed to be like a blast from the past with, gameplay similar to that of the classic FPS games of yesteryear, like Doom and Quake and stuff like that. And first off, none of the gameplay is as it seems. It does have like armor and health pickups and things like that, but for one thing, it's buggy as hell. And another thing, there's just no content with the game. There's nothing. It's lacking everything that made... Jesus Christ. This is me talking and trying to convey a point while I play a game. It just never goes well.
Well,
Anyway,
I mean,
it lacks what?
Luckily in this game, all you have to do is keep moving and keep hitting the X button and you win.
Pretty much. Anyway, it lacks what made those FPS games so, challenging yet fun to play. I think it's all blatant artificial difficulty here, despite the fact that they have multiple enemy types and things like that. Most of the enemies are just these brainless drobes that literally run up at you and just try to hit you with no sense of self-preservation. And then the game is buggy as hell. They have vendors in the game, which also is kind of the antithesis of, classic FPS gaming, when you're supposed to find your ammo and weapons and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes these vending machines, because of how buggy the game is, they don't even work.
Oh,
like,
dear.
I'll put in the amount of scrap, which is, the game's idea of what you're supposed to collect in order to recycle it. Yeah. I mean, no, it's not currency, because they have credits in the game, too, that you as you go to shops. Yeah, I saw I leveled up. They have currency in-game that lets you go to shops, and you buy stuff with it. But, excuse me. But, sometimes I'll put the scrap in to recycle for, like, ammo and armor, which I may desperately need, and it will take the scrap, but it won't give me my fucking power-up. It won't give me the ammo or the shield that I need so desperately. So then I'm stuck fighting wave upon wave of these brainless idiots. Meanwhile, my ammo count's slowly dwindling. That game really pisses me off. I can go all day.
Sounds like Strafe is a shitty game.
It genuinely is. I'm actually planning on doing a whole video about how shit this game is.
Oh, wow.
It's really that bad, and it makes me really mad because I was really excited for it. It looked amazing, and truth be told, the music sounds fucking awesome. But I will give it credit where credit's due, because they have amusing little tidbits of fan service in there. Like, some of the crates hold N64 cartridges. They have the cheesy tutorial sequence with, like, VHS lady and stuff like that. I don't know how to explain it, but the proof, as they say, is in the pudding. And the proof is telling me that this game is a piece of shit.
Okay.
I will explain in full when I make the video, but basically it's buggy, it's repetitive, and it's basically another game claiming to be, classic and hardcore when it's not. Like, why is it that despite this health and armor system you have, in the shop you have the option to buy a shield that regenerates, which is basically regenerating health in a nutshell. Why would you do that?
Well, I think it's more of the fact that it's not built-in mechanic. You actually have to go and purchase something. I'm assuming that shield,
Damn it.
and I've never played this game, and I don't even know what the fuck what you're talking about anymore, but I would assume that shield cost a lot. No?
No. It is difficult to get your hands on money only because not all the enemies drop it, but when you do get it, you realize just how cheap some of these items are. Like, that item alone, you would think is expensive. It's literally only 50 bucks. And you get about... And you get around 20-something with every pickup you do. Sometimes more. Like, sometimes you'll pick up 50 bucks from one enemy.
Oh, wow.
I shit you not. And again, that still ties to the antithesis. Like, it doesn't even have any level design. All the levels are randomly generated via a computer.
Well, I mean, that's a cool thing, but it can also suck, because then all the worlds are gonna, look the same.
They are all the same, with the they have later levels, but regardless of that, like I said, it's still buggy, and most of the levels end up rehashed. Like, I swear, in the second level, every single time I've started the second level, it started with you in a narrow hallway and enemies just barreling down on you the second you get in that hallway. And this has happened every time without fail. Like, I haven't had one instance where it was something different yet. And not only is that, annoying as hell, but you know what it makes it impossible to do? Circle strafe? That thing that you desperately need to do in order to stay alive in these kinds of games?
The thing that is the name of the game?
Exactly. And you can't even do it? Like, Oh my god.
Okay, so here's the important question. Is Strafe the worst game ever made?
No, it's not the worst game ever made, not by a long shot. Because I can name plenty of games that are way worse than that. But for what it claimed to be, it's definitely not it. And here's what the real kicker, right?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a Kickstarter project, so I didn't expect an extreme amount. But this game was in development since 2015, right? And it's been pushed back and whatnot, so I figured it wouldn't be such a mess when it finally came out this year, no more than a few days ago. And here it is as the buggy mess as it is now. Like, even with the update they put out yesterday, it's still buggy as shit. I don't even know what this update did.
Okay, calm down, Demetri. It's okay. We're not playing Strafe right now. We're playing Kingdom Hearts, one of the best
I
games
know,
ever
I'm
made.
sorry.
This is one of the best games ever made. Okay?
I'm sorry. I get into it, and I'm sorry.
I don't think Strafe forgives you.
I don't care if Strafe forgives me.
Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix brought to you by Strafe.
If it was brought to me by Strafe, then everything about this game would suck and I would not be playing it. I only play Strafe because I was trying my hardest to beat it. And then I just want to get rid of it. But honestly, I think I might just get rid of it as it is, because it was a giant waste of money to me.
I feel you.
Like, even for $20, I feel ripped off as shit.
That's how, well, it was only $20. What do you expect? I mean, let's be honest. What game do you buy that's brand new that's $20 and blows your frickin' mind?
True.
Minecraft.
But I mean, I don't know.
The answer is Minecraft.
You know what? That's a good answer. That's a very good answer.
I literally just
and
thought
Minecraft
of that.
doesn't. Yeah, right. And Minecraft doesn't have anywhere near the. Oh my god! Don't make me get back into it. Okay, let's change the subject.
Yeah, go save real quick, because you leveled up and you are pretty close to leveling up.
I'm gonna try again at level 10.
Okay, that's fair. I'm trying to think. There was something I was gonna say, but you just went off on a tangent.
Okay, I was very upset. Excuse me for being very upset.
Nah, you're fine. This is what the channel is. It's alright. Oh, what I was gonna say is I know where you're coming from with I just wanted to beat it and then I wanted to throw it away and be done with it. That's how I feel about the games that I'm platinuming right now. Like, I have a lot of games that I really liked playing and I was kind of just in the zone for maybe like half a month, and I have like 60% on my trophy list. And I'm like, well, I'm at 60%. I must have liked the game. Might as well just go ahead and platinum it. So I'm playing on my PS3, and just, oh my god. The crap. These games are terrible controls, because controls have just come so far. So I go back and play something like, you know, Far Cry 3, and oh my god, the controls are terrible. You have to go kill 3 outposts, and you can get killed in 2 shots in the co-op, and I can't find anyone to co-op with, and...
Because no one touches Far Cry 3 anymore. I don't even think people touch Far Cry as a whole, to be honest.
I mean, to be fair, there were people playing co-op, but they kept playing the first 2 maps, and I needed to get the trophy for completing the 4th, 5th, and 6th map. So I literally had to play offline co-op by myself with 2 different controllers because it wouldn't let you play by yourself.
Oh,
so
wow.
every time that I died with my setup, I had to literally throw down that controller, pick up my off-brand Rock Candy controller because I can't freaking find a PS3 controller anymore, and go revive myself and hopefully shoot some people on the way.
Yeah, pretty much.
God. Now moving on to Shadow of the Colossus, and I've read that that's impossible to do on hard time attack mode, but god.
Oh my god, you know what's the worst?
What?
Or one of the worst? Max Payne 3 on New York Minute. That game is insane.
Is that the one where, is that like the trophy where you have to beat it in an hour?
Yeah, it's sort of. Basically, well, first off, you gotta beat it a bunch of times to even unlock New York Minute mode.
Yeah. I hate games that you have to beat on regular so it unlocks hard, and then beat on hard to unlock critical, and then beat on critical to unlock impossible. Just give me all of them.
Yeah, right? Yeah, seriously. That's what Doom did. I mean, they let you go on Ultra Violence and Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare right away if you wanted to.
Good.
That game was great. If you haven't played Doom, play it. Just saying.
I'm not a big fan of Doom. I'd rather play Kingdom Hearts. I just like action adventure games better than FPS.
I'm saying for people that'll watch this video.
Yeah, that's you and me, bro. That's you and me.
You never know. I mean, I honestly think some people are gonna stumble onto this. The same way people randomly stumble onto my videos, people will stumble onto this.
I'm trying.
But
question of the day: would you play Ghost Recon Wildlands with me?
Well, here's the thing, right? I don't hate Ghost Recon. I played it when I was younger, and I still have some of the older games. I just kind of suck at it. But I would definitely play that with you because I hear it's really good. My friend won't shut the hell up about it. So I would be down to play it with you just to see what it's like.
Right, I have those friends too who are like, "Oh my god, this is so great," and then I'm like, "Hey, what about Breath of the Wild?" And they're like, "What?"
Yeah, right. I mean, truth be told, I do that from time to time too, if not borderline all the time. But I try to limit it between, you know, what I really talk about, because most of my friends, they're more into the adventure games too. I only have like one other friend that I play FPS games with.
We should trade friends.
No, I mean, you would like talking to him. I know that. I'm actually kicking a lot of ass right now. Like I'm borderline doing this just preemptively now, so I can tell I'm getting the hang of this.
Yeah, you're doing great. And you should be level 10 here in a minute.
Did I even level up to level 9? I really didn't notice.
It was a while ago you did. I think. Go ahead and hit start.
I'm still at level 8.
Status.
60 until level 9.
Alright, keep on rolling.
But, anyway, right? And my friends are cool, but,
My friends are cool. I have the best of friends. Friends are awesome. My friends are my power.
Nice.
That's funny for everyone who's played this game before.
There we go. Bastard wouldn't hold still. I would almost rather play Cry of Fear than Strafe.
Cry of Fear?
It's that, at one point it was that first-person horror game that it was a mod of Half-Life, and everyone wouldn't shut up about it. They were talking about how great it is and how basically it was a new staple in the horror genre, and really the game's nothing but backtracking and crappy jump scares, and it was just a bad game. I did like how interesting the concept was, like, delved on the idea of mental illness and suicide and things like that. But one, it was pushed in my face, like, repetitively to the point where it was just unnecessary. And second, the twist at the end just became super, super obvious. Not to mention the inventory system is strict even for survival horror standards. You want to know?
We need to find... What?
Sorry, I keep cutting you off. I feel bad.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna express something. You wanna know how strict it is? A key takes up an entire inventory slot. A key. You only have 6 inventory slots, and 3 later in the game where a doctor takes your backpack away. And most of the objectives have you go retrieve an item that takes up an entire inventory slot. So that means you have to drop whatever useful weapon or item you have on hand to pick up these items, put them where they belong, and then backtrack to pick up your good guns or good items that you have and bring them back to wherever you gotta go. Like, there's one instance where I had to go all the way towards the beginning to get some fuses and then hike all the way back to get to a train station.
That sounds dumb. That doesn't sound like a game I want to play.
It is not a game you want to play. It is a terrible game. It's a very terrible game, and people like raved on this game, talking about how like amazing and great it was, and how it's redefined the horror genre. Like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah. You know what people would call us right now?
What?
Pessimists.
How so?
The past 20, 30 minutes has been filled with, you know what game I hate?
I barely noticed. I was just thinking of stuff to talk about, and it just happened to be that stuff.
I got you.
Because I can name a lot of games that have pissed me off. I can talk about games that I loved as a kid. Why don't you go first on that? I feel like you have more interesting ones than I do.
I'm gonna talk about something that I feel as though every completionist can relate to. I hate the fact
Get over here.
that my trophy list is filled with games that have 2% of games. Like 2% of the trophies unlocked for certain games.
2% of the trophies unlocked. Oh! You mean, so they're just like games you literally never touch, but they're annoying to look at?
Yes.
Can you delete the data for them if you're not going
No.
to touch them? Oh, that sucks.
You literally can't delete the data. I mean, you can delete the save data, but the trophies are still going to be there. There's still going to always be a reminder that, hey, you booted me up once.
Oh, that sucks. Like, I think even me not really being a completionist, I literally just play games and just play them. But I can see why that would be so fucking annoying.
Like, literally, it bothers me. Okay, so I have Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition on PS4. In fact, I plan on that being one of the games that we end up playing because I love that game and I would love to like capture all of the awesome crap that happens in that game. Especially with Shadow of War coming soon.
I was gonna ask you if that game was good.
Oh, it's amazing. I love it. In fact, you can download it because we're game sharing. Don't tell anybody. But no, Shadow of Mordor is a freaking amazing game, and I have Game of the Year Edition on PS4. However, I also played the original edition because that was before the Game of the Year Edition came out, and I was trophy hunting on there. Naturally, I platinumed it, and then I got Test of the Wild, or whatever it's called. Well, my brother did, and I was game sharing with him at the time. So, basically, I want to say 90% of the trophies. It is platinumed. However, some of the DLC trophies I don't have because I just didn't do them in Test of the Ring. So, the Game of the Year Edition has a completely separate trophy list than the original version of the game. So, if I want to complete that, I'm gonna have to go get my hands on the original copy of Shadow of Mordor, download the DLC, complete it, and then move on to Game of the Year Edition to play the exact same game to get a different pair of trophies.
That is stupid. Why don't the trophies just stack on one another?
Because the developers did it that way. Same thing with Kingdom Hearts. I just really don't mind because I love playing this game so freaking much. I mean, to their credit, in Kingdom Hearts, with the Kingdom Hearts trophies, the PS3 versions, the difficulty levels didn't stack, so regardless of what you did, you would have to complete the game. What are you doing?
Damn it. I was hoping I could bring it with me. I was gonna try and throw it at one of the enemies.
You're an idiot. But anyway, in the PS3 version, you would have to complete the game 3 times regardless of whether you did it on Proud Mode, Beginner, or Normal. In the PS4 version, the one we're playing, that is glorious 1080p, 60 FPS, you can complete it on Proud Mode and you get the trophy for beating it on Beginner, Standard, and Proud.
Well then.
Right. And then there's the other trophies, which are like, beat it in under 15 hours, beat it without changing your equipment, stuff like that, which I'm going to be doing. Because I'm basically going to try to group them all into one playthrough. Treasure Magnet, awesome. Equip that as soon as you can.
I will... Ow! I wanted to try and parry that and I missed.
Can you? Oh, got it. So, and there's a few other things, like you don't have to collect every single gummy ship in order to get the trophy for that. Oh, you have to pick between Stun Impact and Treasure Magnet.
I need to increase my AP. How does that happen?
It automatically happens when you level up. It's just going to happen a little bit later because you gave up the sword.
Damn.
So, I mean, would you rather automatically collect health orbs and money, or would you rather have stun impact?
I like stun impact for these guys, but when I hit the boss, I'll probably be switching it over, because when he drops all that health, it's super useful.
There's your strategy right there. Okay, so let me think. We have a couple more minutes. We'll let the grinding go on, and then fuck it. We'll just go ahead and face the boss in the beginning of the new episode, okay?
Alright, that's cool. I was gonna try and do it on level 10, but I underestimated just how long it takes to level up for this grind.
Again, it's because you did the ending.
Yeah,
when they were asking you the questions, so it's not going to be this bad all the way through. And honestly, I'd rather grind here than any other place because Traverse Town is one of my favorite worlds. So yeah, there's that, and then there's the Marvel DC Superheroes, which I have a PS3 edition and a PS4 edition. Yay! And both of them are at 2%.
Oh god.
You booted up the game. Here's a trophy so you can't delete us. I hate you.
We will always be with you.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm moving now. I will not lose that level 9. Oh wait, I already saved after the level 9. I mean, I still won't.
Did you?
Well, just in case. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Can I climb on that roof? This might be my platforming habits kicking in when something tells me I can climb on that roof.
We'll do it later. Go safe.
Okay. What is that? You can synthesize items like this on our second floor Kupo.
Wow, a crystal! We did it at the exact same time. I love it.
Alrighty. There we go.
Okay, so this is going to be the end of episode, what, 5?
5, I think.
Cool.
You'll probably figure it out as you edit.
We'll pick it up right after this. Any last words?
Don't buy Strafe.
Don't buy Strafe. Strafe is a bad game, apparently. I haven't played it, but Demetri says don't buy Strafe. Thank you, everyone.